Hey guys, Cap here. I'm out at Yamavant, the 909 with the Bud Light girls, and this upcoming Sunday, it's Championship Sunday. We're going to be here all day, so get on out here. Let's watch the championship games, the AFC game, the NFC game. We're going to find out who's going to the Super Bowl. Me, you, the Bud Light girls, here at Yamavant, the 909.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. The contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
React to tonight's Lakers game. It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight as we recap game 46 of the season for the purple and gold. Lakers versus Bulls is a final.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now. Here's Andy Kamenetsky.
And the Lakers, with a season-high 141 points, beat the Chicago Bulls 141-132, taking their record back to an even 500 as they head out on a 6-game road trip. The Lakers, obviously, it has been a very up and down, very inconsistent season, a team that has been difficult to get a beat exactly on who they are, what they're capable of doing consistently. Because we've seen this season, when they play at the top of their game, they can either at minimum hang with, if not actually beat, anybody in the league, really. I firmly believe that. When they are at the top of their game and they've got their full roster, the Lakers are capable of beating anybody. We've also seen, though, however, that even with all hands on deck, they are capable of losing to just about everybody else in the league as well. Hopefully, this win can begin some momentum as they go out on a 6-game road trip, at minimum splitting it, if not maybe going 4-2. Try to just keep themselves rolling in a good place by the time the trade deadline comes and goes, whatever comes of that. You just want the Lakers being in a good place no matter what happens. Again, 141-132. This was a game where in the second and third quarter in particular, the Lakers absolutely dominated. They got a bit loose or lax in the fourth quarter. It is a little bit disappointing that the starters had to come back in. They were up 19 after 3 quarters, and the starters ended up having to come back in just to close the thing out. there was never any real fear or danger of the Lakers losing. But LeBron and AD played 36 minutes. D'Angelo Russell, who was incredible in this game, we'll get to all the individual numbers, 38 minutes. You would love to have seen those guys get some extra rest before they head out on the road, especially since LeBron missed Tuesday's game against the Clippers because of an ankle injury. D'Angelo Russell played 40 minutes in that loss against the Clippers. So it would have been nice to get that extra rest. But this really was a game that, especially after the first quarter, the Lakers controlled the whole thing. The second and third, they absolutely dominated. It was an offensive explosion. The Lakers finished this game 61% from the field and 64.5% from behind the arc. D'Angelo Russell, who has been just scorching offensively the last handful of games, he has really just been in a zone on a heater. 8 of 13 from behind the arc, 29 points to lead the Lakers. The Lakers had 7 players in double digits. Taurean Prince had 14 points, perfectly acceptable. He was the lowest of the starting 5, and the other 4 had 20-plus. LeBron, 25 points to go along with 12 assists, really orchestrating some nice ball movement. Anthony Davis, after a slow start, I believe he was 2 of 8 at one point early in the game, finished with 22 points on 10 of 18 from the field. Austin Reeves had 20 points on 7 of 9 shooting. And Jared Vanderbilt, 17 points off the bench, hit either his first 6 or his first 7 shots. I don't remember off the top of my head. Finished 8 of 11, hit a corner 3, had 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Just really great energy from Vanderbilt. Talk later about some comments Darvin Ham had when I asked him before the game about why we haven't really seen the D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, Anthony Davis look that really led that charge getting the Lakers through the playoffs. Not even necessarily why haven't they started, but just why have they played so little. Thought there were some interesting comments from Darvin Ham on that. Reminder, the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health wants to make sure everyone knows there is free emotional support service, referrals, and crisis counseling available 24/7 at 1-800-854-7771 or at dmh.la.gov. Be sure to take in your calls, 877-710-ESPN. Already seeing some folks from the circle, and I'll make sure to get you guys on. Also, a reminder that the show is, in addition to what you're hearing right now on 710 ESPN, the YouTube stream is up and going. A good-looking man, so you might as well watch that as well. LeBron James spoke with Spectrum Sportsnet. He did the walk-off interview. Here's what he had to say.
All right, LeBron, another big double-double, but want to ask you about your teammates first. D'Angelo Russell is in quite a rhythm on offense. What have you seen from him on the court, and what have you been trying to do to play into that?
We're just putting the ball in his hands. He's being ultra-aggressive, looking for his shots, and we're also trying to find him in breaks and in a half-court situation where guys are leaving him, and he's just letting it fly. He's in a really good rhythm, like you said.
Another teammate, Jared Vanderbilt, comes in at the end of the second half, a big 10-0 run. He seems to be getting more back to that full health. You've talked about it before with the foot he had earlier. It's hard to play like that. What does he give you? What element does he add?
Vando brings a level of defensive intensity that we miss when he's out. But now he's starting to put the package all together, with his offensive, game. He's reading when guys are, doubling him, off of him. He's playing in the pocket. He's finishing around the rim. He even gave us a across the lane right hand layup that we haven't seen. So, that was big time.
All right, you're about to go on a 6-game, 12-day trip, Grammy trip. You've been on a lot of long NBA trips. So what's the key from a team standpoint coming together for something like this?
Take one game at a time, We've been playing some good basketball as of late, but just take one game at a time and figure out the rest.
Last one for you. You're named a starter to the All-Star game, NBA record, 20th time. Can you just try to put that into context to be amongst, well, not amongst the best, or right up at the top of the league for that long, and to pass Kareem? How do you think that hits you?
I'm just very gifted, very blessed, very humbled, and I want to thank obviously the fans for voting me in as NBA All-Star starter for the 20th time, and 20th consecutive time, and it means a lot to me. I just try to come out here, put in the work, and then let the work pay off on a game-to-game basis, and hopefully I can continue to make my fans proud. That allows me to be on such a stage, so it's always an honor.
Probably should have been an All-Star the first year, though. You still a little mad about that one?
It made me stronger going into year two, and it let me know that even though as good as the first half I had my rookie year, I needed to put in some more work. So, I was blessed to not make it my first year, because it definitely put me in a position where I needed to know I need to go harder.
Makes sense. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I kind of have a feeling these 20 All-Star appearances that we're seeing now from LeBron probably would have happened whether he made the All-Star team as his rookie year or not. I mean, that is amazing. 20 straight All-Star appearances from his second year to now his 21st season in the NBA for LeBron James. That is just absolutely astonishing. All right, coming up, more of your calls, 877-710 ESPN, Hooper, X, and Pope. I see you. I'm going to be taking you next. Also, we will hear from Darvin Ham on the heels of this 141-132 Lakers win over the Chicago Bulls. Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, Cap here. I'm out at Yamavant, the 909, with the Bud Light girls, and this upcoming Sunday, it's Championship Sunday. We're going to be here all day, so get on out here. Let's watch the championship games, the AFC game, the NFC game. We're going to find out who's going to the Super Bowl. Me, you, the Bud Light girls, here at Yamavant, the 909.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Russell coming the other way. Another three. Good again. He now has as many threes as the entire Chicago team.
8 threes.
Michael, it's not just 8 threes. He's 8 of 11 from 3.
And D'Angelo Russell ended up finishing the game 8 of 13 from behind the arc, although one of them was like a 3/4 length heave just to try to beat the buzzer. D'Angelo Russell finished the game with 29 points, 10 of 18 from the field. Again, 8 of 13 from behind the arc, plus 4 assists. That is good enough to make him player of the game, D'Angelo Russell, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Take a couple calls, 877-710 ESPN. Hooper X from the Circle. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Hooper X?
How's it going, brother AK?
Good, man. Good.
Good. You know what? I was thrilled with this game. I don't even care about the score at the end, because they played solid defense through the first 3 quarters, and they were always going to coast in the end. But I cannot stress to you enough how much I am thrilled that Vanderbilt is back in the rotation. And he better not play 10 minutes on Saturday at the Golden State Warriors. The guy is part of the whole process, part of the whole formula. He's great. And I just don't understand why it took him so long to put Vanderbilt back into rotation minutes.
Well,
but I'll take it tonight, man. I'll take it tonight. It was fantastic.
I appreciate the call, Hooper X, as well as the Twitter back and forth, man. It's always fun. To be fair to Darvin, there was a period where there's been a legitimate, build up for Vando, like where they were trying to get him back in the game shape. Remember, like he not only missed the first 20 games of the regular season, he missed essentially the entire preseason. So his ramp-up period was essentially like what most guys get for their preseason in terms of getting themselves back in shape. So there was a period where, and remember, like Vando in the beginning didn't always look particularly comfortable physically. He wasn't that fluid. He was not moving well. So in the beginning, and I am like one of the mayors of the SS Vando, or the mayor of Vando Island. I'm captain of the SS Vando, mixing up my metaphors. But, I've been a big proponent of wanting Jared Vanderbilt to play a lot, to play more, to be used in versatile combinations. Coming up later in the show, I'm going to share a little bit of an exchange I had pregame with Darvin Ham, asking in some respects about Jared Vanderbilt. But even with that acknowledged, I will cut Darvin some slack in the beginning, because I do think a lot of this was not wanting to re-aggravate that heel injury, because that's a really painful deal that you cannot play through. Like, you cannot play through a heel injury like the one Vanderbilt had. That being said, though, I do think it took too long, once he was clearly moving well, to get up to the minutes that he should be playing. The last, 3-5 games, Vando's been getting what I think are proper minutes, and I think the team has looked a lot better, win or lose, as a result. Pope in Whittier, I believe also from the Circle. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Pope?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Blessings to the Circle of Trust, and blessings to you too. I wanted to talk about Vando as well. To your point, I also heard Vando as well about a week ago, admitting that he also, aside from him having to ramp back up and catch up to the speed of the game, he came back early from injury. He said he wasn't even healthy, and he felt like the pressure to come back early. So on top of him having to catch up, he also was not healthy. He says just now he's starting to get his legs back, so that's another thing too. His health wasn't all the way there.
Yeah, I appreciate the call, Pope. Like, as much as I know, from what I hear on Twitter at Cam Brothers or the comment section of the YouTube page for Locked On Lakers, 5 days a week, everywhere you get your podcast, Monday through Friday, never behind a paywall.
Cheap plug.
I showed a lot of restraint. And this is the second segment of the local show. I didn't dive immediately right into that thing. I could have, but I tried to keep things professional. Like, I hear from a lot of Laker fans wanting to see more Vando, and I get it because I've been beating that drum a lot for a while. But again, early on, I do think Darvin and the training staff, they were being very conscious of trying to keep Vando from re-aggravating things. Interesting, though, by the way, Points in the Paint all season, sponsored by Vista Paint. Locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint, your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. Lakers won the paint battle 56-54. I asked Darvin Ham before tonight's game about, we haven't really seen the D'Lo, Reeves, Vando, LeBron lineup that really helped trigger that run last season after the trade deadline and then through the playoffs. And I'll read it exactly the way I phrased the question. The playoff lineup last year that I just mentioned, even acknowledging the injuries that have taken place this year, it's one that you haven't really gone with much this year. Are there elements about it that you think may not work as well this year, or things that you saw in the playoffs that have made you go away from it more? Just phrasing it that way specifically, because I didn't want Darvin to think that I was asking, why aren't you starting it? I'm really asking, why aren't you playing it, regardless of who starts? Darvin Ham's response, quote, "Not really, man. I think it's just one of the way things have shaken out. Torian has been one of our most durable guys and one of our best three-point shooters, with LeBron and AD playing the brand of basketball that they play. Even this morning, we showed a clip of AD playmaking from the post. He had 3 guys around him, so as much spacing and shooting as you can put around them, the better. But having said that, it was unfortunate that Vando had to miss the time that he missed at the outset of the season. It's been an entire process getting him back healthy, and now getting him back in game shape. As you've seen, he went crazy on the offensive glass for us in the last game against the Clippers. Some of the plays he's been making in the passing lanes and deflections, switching on different perimeter threats, interior threats. He's rounding back into form. So, you never know. You just got to take things day by day. At some point, it's good to know, though, that we have that option if we should want to push that button." Interestingly enough, with 2:14 left in the first half, Lakers up 64-57, we saw that look, and the Lakers closed out with a 9-0 run, pushing the lead to 73-57 entering halftime. So 2 minutes, 14 seconds of that look. Again, small sample size, but it looked really good. And I would like to see more of that look broadly, just period, because I really do think that, especially if you're going to be playing D'Lo and Reeves together with LeBron and AD, you've got enough offense out there. You've got enough shooting. You've got enough playmaking. You need some defensive integrity and some defensive options, because D'Lo and Reeves are always going to get targeted. That's just, I don't care how much effort they put into it. That backcourt is going to be vulnerable defensively, and you need rebounding. Like, Torian Prince is not a great rebounder for his size. I mean, he just, in his position, he just isn't. He gives really good three-point shooting. He's been pretty consistent this year. He is good in certain defensive matchups, but he does not have the versatility that Vando has. I would like to see more of that specific look and just more of Vando in general. And tonight we got that, and it was great to see Darvin go with it. Speaking of Darvin, we are going to be hearing from Darvin Ham his thoughts on the 141-132 win over the Chicago Bulls. That's coming up next. Lakers postgame show, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, Cap here. I'm out at Yamavant, the 909, with the Bud Light girls. And this upcoming Sunday, it's Championship Sunday. We're going to be here all day. So get on out here. Let's watch the championship games, the AFC game, the NFC game. We're going to find out who's going to the Super Bowl. Me, you, the Bud Light girls, here at Yamavant, the 909.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers Postgame.
Need a break from the everyday? Well, fans, it could be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2 nights stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at fantasysprings.com. The Lakers win 141-132 over the Chicago Bulls. They take their record to 23-23 on the, horizon of a 6-game road trip beginning Saturday in the Bay Area against the Warriors. Darvin Ham spoke after the game, and here's what he had to say.
Darvin, the whole team obviously shot really well from 3. D'Angelo had 8 of them and in that rhythm again. Have you seen something consistent the last couple of weeks as he's been in this rhythm, and how much of that was of impact tonight?
I think the communication, we've had some shoot-arounds. We've gotten a chance to have some shoot-arounds, and just his individual work, the way he's been working on his game, putting in extra time on his game. I'm sure some of you guys will come in, shoot around in the morning of shoot-arounds to get your interviews done, post-shoot-around. You've seen them out there with Coach Micah, just again, polishing different things, trying different shots from different areas, different scenarios, and it's paying off. And again, he's hungry, man. He's playing at a high level. It's beautiful to watch. The player that especially representing your team go on a tear like this, we've needed all of it, and he's in an extremely good rhythm.
First half was kind of back and forth from a lead standpoint. I think you're up 6, and then Vanderbilt came in with 2 minutes left, 10-0 run. What did you see from that group and how Vanderbilt's affected on the game as well? Just
his scrappiness. We during one of the sessions in shoot around, he and I talked about, he's great at getting to the next action. If he catches the ball spaced, if he doesn't want to shoot his corner 3, he's great at getting to the next action, uphill DHOs, little pitch and hits. But, he and I discussed him driving the ball more, driving to the rim, and he did. He was able to get some off tonight, which was great. Just adds another layer to it, to what he can do and what he can give us. But his activity was phenomenal. I mean, they have some tough covers over there from Vooch, DeMar, Kobe White, and then a bunch of guys that can really shoot it, Caruso, Patrick Williams, all of those guys. So the biggest thing for us was just to continue to compete, good, bad, and indifferent. Just keep attacking each possession, and I thought we did. They got a little loose at the end of the game, but at the end of the day, it's as hard as it is to win in this league. It's like you got to appreciate the doubles you can get, especially in front of your home crowd.
Darvin, you guys just wrapped up this 10-game homestand, 6-4. Now you embark on the 6-game Grammy trip. How do you view this homestand and what you guys accomplished, and then how do you looking forward to the Grammy trip? What is kind of the key for you guys to continue the recent success you've had?
We've had some ups and downs here. Had a chance to watch a ton of film. As I just mentioned, we had a chance to get in some shoot-arounds. So just taking all of that, looking at it, constantly evaluating ourselves, looking for ways we can get better at different things, and also ways, we can sustain what we're doing well.
from turnovers, giving up offensive rebounds, bad fouls, fouling shooters, all of that. We examine ourselves as we prepare for each and every individual opponent. So I just think we carry on with that process, looking at ourselves first, the way we want to play, our identity, what helps us, what's hurting us, and try to, sustain and alleviate the two. And we'll continue on with that process and embarking on this road trip. The only thing you can do is take things one day at a time. You can't look past Golden State. You just got to, all eyes and all minds have to be focused and locked in on that team. That's our next opponent.
And that was Darvin Ham speaking after tonight's 141-132 win over the Chicago Bulls. He talked about D'Angelo Russell, who had 29 points leading all Lakers, 10 of 18 from the field, 8 of 13 from behind the arc. He got on a heater about midway through the game, even by D'Angelo Russell heater standards of late. This was something special, and definitely got to play a few thoughts from D'Lo. First, him talking after the game about his three-point shooting in general.
I don't know. I think just from the feel, I feel like they may have stretched the defense out a little bit, made them, guard us beyond the arc, gave us a little more space to drive, penetrate gaps. So making shots, the game's a little more easier for sure. Teams get to scrambling, running guys off.
And there's obviously, with the trade deadline approaching and D'Angelo Russell in the middle of a lot of rumors, in particular attached to reported talks with the Hawks, where the Lakers would get DeJounte Murray from Atlanta. D'Angelo Russell would likely end up, according to reports, multiple reports, rerouted to a third team if that was doable. Either way, though, D'Angelo right now has just been playing spectacular basketball, and he talked about his role on the team.
I don't know. I just try to, like I said a few interviews ago, just trying to compliment Bron and AD, to be honest. I know they can get us out of games single-handedly. So to be just try to compliment them. If that's me shooting, facilitating, whatever it may be. I've been in a few different situations, so just adapting to my situation. The sooner the better for me always, and this is me adapting to what my role is. Obviously, I don't really know, but I think the aggression is allowing me to have some success.
And look, D'Lo, I think, will concede that this period is difficult because, A, he is hyper aware of what it means because he has been traded by every single team he's ever played for, including the one that he currently plays for. They have traded him. They actually got the whole trading thing going for D'Lo, and he was traded here from Minnesota. So he knows what this means, and this can be a stressful time for players, period. I remember LeBron's first season when he very, very transparently wanted them to trade whoever it would take to get Anthony Davis right away. Rajon Rondo talked after the trade deadline. This is a guy that had been in the league probably about 15 years to that point. He'd won a championship. He had been through a lot, good and bad. Rondo conceded. Like, that period was stressful for him. So if someone like Rondo can get stressed out, it probably does stress out D'Lo to a certain degree, but he is just playing incredible basketball right now. A big reason why the Lakers shot 61% from the field and 64.5% from three in this game. A season high, 141 points for the Lakers. Again, 141-132 is the final. It's time for the kids in the back with the social media. What do we got, kids? Come on, children.
AK, what's up, man?
Hey!
It's always good to have you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, AK. Coming through tonight at Crypto was Dave Roberts. He was in the building for this Lakers W tonight.
Nice.
He's going to bring home a World Series or what?
So
we'll
exactly what
you
I'm
know, if the
looking
Lakers lost, everyone would have blamed it on Dave Roberts.
Yep, exactly. So, AK, if you could send Dave Roberts home with one piece of info from the Lakers game tonight that he can take to the Dodgers dugout for this next season, what are you sending Dave Roberts home with?
Play Jared Vanderbilt 25 to 30 minutes.
Jared Vanderbilt would be able to go out there and get a hit. I guarantee that.
Probably could. I mean, if nothing else, Jared Vanderbilt could stretch out for some pretty incredible defensive
Really
plays.
good first baseman.
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
Too, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see Vando play a little bit of first. Left-handed, you can play that position as a lefty. I like it.
AK, have you seen Jared Vanderbilt's fits off the court?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You think the next time you're on the post-game show, you think you'd be able to rock that? We can get Funchy an outfit, too.
Who says I don't rock that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who says that that's not what I do on my own time?
Do you guys see D'Angelo Russell? He was wearing a see-through shirt. A see-through shirt.
That sounds pretty...
Yeah.
Again, who says I don't rock that
I
on my
know
own
you do.
time?
I know you, man.
Yeah, I'm not a mesh guy in general. Like I don't think I'm meant to wear mesh.
Jared Vanderbilt's really got some expensive outfits that looked like they're pretty, like, if he was like Kyle Kuzma, everyone else would be talking about it.
Vando and D'Lo both got a bit of rock star to the way that they dress, particularly Vando.
Vando's got like a Rodman type, like some of the stuff that he wears, like it really is reminiscent of Rodman in the 90s. For sure.
I actually really like, they both managed to make it look like they're not trying too hard. Like it feels like what both of them want to wear as opposed to them wanting to see them wearing it, if that makes sense.
I want to know if Vanderbilt was dressing like this before he came to LA.
That's a really good question.
Because LA really changes somebody. Look at Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, that's true.
Kyle Kuzma.
I don't know. I kind of have a feeling guys like Clarkson and Kuzma, they always had it in them. It's just the environments they were in before. It doesn't foster that. Like you don't dress like that for Kyle Kuzma at Utah. Like you just don't do that. That does not play in Salt Lake. No disrespect to those vicious fans in Salt Lake.
So next time you're on the postgame show, we're gonna see you in some LV.
Oh yeah,
LV mesh.
Look, I just if I'd worn that tonight, one of me or Vando would have to go home and change.
Yeah, that's true. We wouldn't want a fashion clash
All right,
like that.
Give me one more, children.
All right. Have you ever seen the show Outer Banks?
I have not, but shout out to my buddy Nick Scott. He actually writes for it.
Yeah, what is that show?
Outer Banks. It's like a treasure hunting, like these four or five kids from North Carolina, and like it's like a rich versus poor. Like kids, and
is
then
this a reality show?
No.
Okay.
It's like a.
Well, I saw the Lakers tweeted out somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah,
on
exactly.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. They're basically like treasure hunters, or they're trying to find like a treasure, and it's like 2 seasons now, and it's pretty popular. They have a lot
like the
of
Goonies to me.
Maybe like the modern day Goonies.
Sounds like the Goonies to me, AK.
It does.
Actually, Armando Bacot, if you guys follow college basketball, Armando Bacot is UNC center was a part of the show this past season.
Okay, not only do I not know the show, I don't even know who you're talking
I know
about.
who
Armando Bacot? He's like Bo Nix of college basketball. He's been there for like 7
That's
and a half
why we
years.
have like kids in the back.
Well, so I guess I haven't been paying attention to college basketball for 7 years because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Also one more thing, Mark Sanchez. I know, AK, you're a USC guy. Mark Sanchez was there.
You used to cover Mark Sanchez, right?
No, I don't go back that far.
No, it's not that far.
I mean, what were you, like 4 when that was going on?
Yeah, I was 4. You're probably correct about that. So.
All right, do you got anything else?
No, that's about it.
All right, that's cool. Thank you, kids, as always. And the
stuff, guys.
141-132 win over the Chicago Bulls. They're now sitting at 23 and 23, 500, heading out to the beginning of a 6-game road trip. And our next broadcast will be Saturday. The Lakers, again, 6-game roadie. It begins with the Golden State Warriors. Our coverage begins at 4 o'clock with the pregame, 5:30 tip, and postgame will be, again, yours truly.